Chosen one, stop scrolling. This message is not random. You didn't find this video by accident. There was a moment in your life, quiet, lonely, misunderstood, where you made a decision no one clapped for. That single choice fractured reality and silently rewrote your entire timeline. The moment everything shifted. You remember it. The night you chose truth over comfort. The day you walked away without explaining yourself. That wasn't weakness, that was destiny activating. The choice you made alone. No guidance. No validation. Just an inner voice louder than fear. Most people never hear it, you did. Why it felt so heavy? Because chosen decisions carry spiritual weight. Light choices feel easy. Timeline-altering choices feel lonely. That pressure was proof you were aligned. The mark of a chosen one. You've always felt different. Too deep for shallow rooms. Too awake for scripted lives. That wasn't arrogance, it was remembrance. The awakening nobody warned you about. Awakening isn't peaceful at first. It dismantles illusions. It isolates you. It forces you to see what others refuse to face. Why society tries to silence you. Awakened minds disrupt systems. Free souls threaten control. Truth doesn't need permission. That's why your voice made people uncomfortable. The signs you were always chosen. You survived what should have broken you. You outgrew places you prayed to belong. You lost people without losing yourself. That's not luck, that's protection. The timeline that no longer exists. The version of you who stayed quiet is gone. The future built on fear collapsed. That old path dissolved the moment you chose yourself. There was no going back, and there never will be. The power you're stepping into now. Clarity is replacing confusion. Discernment is replacing attachment. Peace is replacing chaos. This is alignment catching up to courage. Why you had to walk alone? Because dependence blocks destiny. Because leaders are forged in solitude. Because you needed to hear your own soul clearly. Isolation was initiation. The truth they never told you. Chosen ones don't fit in, they activate others. They don't follow timelines, they bend them. They don't seek approval, they move with purpose. And that terrifies unawakened minds. What happens after the decision? Doors open without effort. Synchronicities replace struggle. Opportunities recognize you. Reality responds when you choose alignment. This message is confirmation. You didn't imagine the shift. You didn't lose anything, you upgraded. What left wasn't aligned. What's coming will recognize your frequency. The call you can't ignore. You were never meant to play small. You were meant to remember who you are. To walk boldly. To live awake. If this message resonated, your soul already knows. Like this video to anchor the timeline you chose. Comment what decision changed your life and why it felt lonely at first. Subscribe to Chosen Wave if you're ready to fully step into who you were always meant to be. The aftershock few understand. After the decision, things didn't instantly improve. They intensified. Confusion increased before clarity arrived. That's how you know it was real. When everything started falling apart. Jobs stopped making sense. People drifted without explanation. Old dreams lost their pull. That wasn't failure, it was recalibration. Why comfort had to be removed? Comfort keeps souls asleep. Discomfort awakens dormant power. You couldn't stay where you were and become who you are. Something had to break. The invisible war you entered. Spiritual battles don't look dramatic. They look like self-doubt at 3 a.m. They sound like questioning your worth. They feel like standing alone while others sleepwalk. Why you were tested so deeply? Because surface faith collapses under pressure. Only rooted souls survive isolation. You weren't being punished. You were being refined. The silence that shaped you. No signs. No reassurance. Just endurance. That silence built unshakable trust within you. How your intuition sharpened. You stopped asking everyone for answers. You started listening inward. Your gut became louder than opinions. That's when guidance activated. The people who could follow. Not everyone can survive your evolution. Some are meant to exit early. Some were lessons, not lifetimes. Release them without guilt. Why explaining yourself never worked. Truth doesn't need defense. The awakened are misunderstood by design. If they understood you easily, you wouldn't be chosen. Your path isn't public, it's precise. The new awareness settling in. You notice patterns others ignore. You feel energy before words. You sense endings before they happen. That's discernment awakening. When you realized you can't go back. Old habits feel heavy now. Small talk drains you. Crowds feel loud. Your frequency has shifted permanently. The responsibility of knowing. Awakening isn't just power. It's accountability. You can't unsee truth. You must live aligned with it. Why you're drawn to solitude now. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's sacred recalibration. Your soul needs quiet to expand. Noise blocks downloads. The strength you didn't know you had. You kept moving without applause. You healed without witnesses. You grew in private. That strength can't be taken from you. The subtle signs of alignment. Things happen at the right moment. Delays protect you. Rejections redirect you. Nothing is random anymore. The old you wouldn't survive this level. You had to shed skins. You had to outgrow identities. You had to let ego die. Expansion demands sacrifice. The shift in how you see others. You don't judge anymore. You observe. You understand pain behind behavior. Awakening soften your edges. Why you're being watched now. Energy attracts attention. Both light and shadow notice growth. Not all eyes are friendly. Stay grounded. The calm replacing chaos. You don't react like before. You respond with clarity. Peace feels unfamiliar, but real. That's inner authority activating. The path narrowing. Options feel limited, but aligned. Distractions lose appeal. Your focus sharpens. This is intentional. What you're preparing for. You're not being delayed. You're being positioned. Timing is part of the initiation. Patience is power forming. The inner voice getting clearer. Fear speaks fast. Truth speaks calmly. You're learning the difference. That's mastery beginning. The weight of purpose. Purpose isn't loud. It's heavy. It pulls you forward even when tired. You feel it now. The separation phase. You started craving distance without hatred. You stopped forcing connections. You honored your energy. That was maturity, not coldness. When old versions tried to return, memories resurfaced. People reappeared. Temptations whispered familiarity. But your soul no longer fit those rooms. Why nostalgia felt heavy? Because you weren't missing the past. You were grieving who you once were. Growth always comes with mourning. That grief is sacred. The new discipline forming. You wake up differently now. You move with intention. You protect your time. That's self-respect activating. How your standards changed. You tolerate less. You observe more. You choose peace over proving points. That's sovereignty. The subtle detachment. You love without attachment. You care without control. You release outcomes. That's spiritual maturity. When you stop chasing, you realized alignment doesn't run. What's meant meets you halfway. Effort feels lighter now. Flow replaced force. The energetic upgrade. Your presence feels heavier. Your silence speaks louder. Your words carry weight. That's authority without aggression. Why chaos can't follow you anymore. Drama needs participation. You withdrew consent. Peace became your boundary. Chaos lost access. The rewiring of desire. You want depth, not distraction. Truth, not attention. Purpose, not approval. That shift changed everything. When you became hard to manipulate, guilt stopped working. Fear lost leverage. External validation faded. You became internally anchored. The patience you never had before. You trust timing now. You no longer rush signs. You let things unfold. That patience is power. How your body responded. Your nervous system calmed. Your intuition sharpened. Rest became necessary. Your vessel adjusted to higher frequency. The loss of old motivations. Competition feels empty. Comparison feels irrelevant. Ego-driven goals dissolved. Purpose took the lead. When you chose integrity over image, you stopped performing. You started embodying. Authenticity replaced masks. That choice protected your soul. The internal leadership awakening. You guide yourself now. You trust your decisions. You stand firm in uncertainty. That's inner authority online. Why small talk feels exhausting. Surface conversations drain depth seekers. Your soul wants substance. Meaning matters now. That's not arrogance, it's alignment. The new way you love. You don't abandon yourself. You don't overextend. You love consciously. That's healed attachment. When solitude became nourishing, silence recharged you. Aloneness felt full. You met yourself deeply. That changed your standards forever. The end of over-explaining. You no longer convince. You simply are. Those aligned understand. Others don't need to. The internal peace locking in. Not excitement. Not adrenaline. Stillness. That's real power. The sense of being guided. You feel pauses before mistakes. Redirections before losses. Protection without proof. You're learning to trust it. The quiet confidence forming. No announcements. No validation. Just certainty. That's grounded strength. When you realized you're not behind. You were never late. You were being prepared. Depth takes time. And you're right on schedule. The identity dissolving. Labels stopped fitting. Roles felt artificial. You outgrew definitions. Your essence became enough. When you stopped needing to be understood, misunderstanding lost its sting. You stopped correcting narratives. Peace mattered more than perception. That's emotional liberation. The death of urgency. You no longer panic about timelines. You trust divine pacing. Rushing feels misaligned. Stillness feels productive now. How your energy changed rooms. You notice pauses when you enter. Conversations shift. Eyes observe you differently. Presence speaks louder than words. The inner alignment click. Mind, body, and soul stopped arguing. Decisions feel clean. Resistance faded. That's coherence. Why you're less reactive. Triggers lost their grip. You respond, not explode. Awareness created space. That space is freedom. The end of self-betrayal. You stopped overriding intuition. You honor inner warnings. You choose yourself without apology. That self-trust restored. The subtle rewriting of reality. Opportunities feel aligned. Meetings feel destined. Misses feel protective. You see the pattern now. When rest became strategic, rest isn't escape. It's integration. Your system needs recovery. Growth requires pauses. The new relationship with fear. Fear still visits, but it no longer drives. You acknowledge it. Then you move anyway. Why you're drawn to truth now. Illusions feel loud. Half-truths feel heavy. Authenticity feels light. Your soul recognizes resonance. The magnetic shift. You attract without effort. Not everyone stays, but the right ones arrive. Alignment filters naturally. The inner compass strengthening. Decisions feel guided. You trust the quiet nudge. Logic supports intuition now. Balance has formed. When you stopped seeking approval, praise stopped fueling you. Criticism stopped shaking you. Inner alignment became the metric. That's sovereignty. The way time feels different. Moments feel intentional. Delays feel meaningful. Nothing feels wasted. Presence expanded. The release of old guilt. You forgave past versions. You honored survival choices. Shame dissolved. Compassion replaced judgment. Why you protect your energy. Not everything deserves access. Boundaries are love. Selective presence preserves clarity. That's wisdom earned. The inner stability. Emotions pass without collapse. Thoughts come and go. You remain steady. That's regulation mastered. When you realize power is quiet. No need to dominate. No need to prove. Stillness commands respect. True power whispers. The loss of need for control. You release outcomes. You trust flow. Control softened into cooperation. That eased everything. The alignment of values. What you say matches how you live. Integrity feels natural. No inner conflict. That's wholeness forming. The recognition phase. You start seeing others awaken. Your presence activates reflection. You don't preach. You embody. The deepening of purpose. Purpose feels heavier now, but clearer. It anchors decisions. You carry it with care. The internal stillness expanding. Your mind doesn't race like before. Thoughts slow down. Awareness widens. Silence becomes familiar. When you stopped forcing outcomes, you release the grip. You stop micromanaging life. You let things meet you. Trust replaces tension. The shift in how you handle conflict. You no longer argue to win. You disengage to preserve peace. Not everything needs response. Discernment guides you now. The new sensitivity to energy. You feel rooms before words. You sense intentions instantly. Your body responds first. That awareness protects you. Why you're less available. Availability used to drain you. Now it's intentional. You choose when to engage. Energy management becomes priority. The repatterning of thought. Old loops dissolve. Fear narratives weaken. Empowerment replaces doubt. Your mind follows alignment. When you realized you don't need permission, you stopped waiting for approval. You move when guided. Authority comes from within. That realization freed you. The end of chasing validation. External praise feels empty. Inner confirmation feels enough. You know when something is right. That certainty anchors you. The way challenges feel different. Obstacles don't intimidate you. They inform you. You read lessons quickly. Resistance becomes instruction. The new pace of life. You move slower but farther. Intentional steps replace haste. Depth replaces speed. Progress feels solid now. When you chose presence, you stop living ahead. You stop replaying behind. You anchor in now. That presence strengthens intuition. The dissolving of comparison. Other paths no longer distract you. You honor different journeys. Your lane feels clear. Focus returns inward. Why you guard your vision? Not everyone sees clearly. Not everyone supports growth. Silence protects incubation. Some dreams need privacy. The strength of self-containment. You no longer leak energy. You hold your center. Emotions process internally. That containment stabilizes you. When you noticed inner authority, you consult yourself first. External opinions come later. Decisions feel grounded. Leadership begins internally. The new relationship with uncertainty. You don't fear the unknown. You respect it. You stay open. Curiosity replaces anxiety. The refinement of desire. Excess fades. Essentials remain. Clarity sharpens wants. Simplicity feels rich. While you're comfortable with pauses, you no longer feel silence. You let moments breathe. Integration happens there. Pauses hold information. The inner reorganization. Priorities rearrange themselves. Values come forward. Distractions fall away. Life simplifies naturally. When you stopped resisting change feels expected now. You adapt fluidly. Identity stays rooted. Flexibility becomes strength. The deepening trust in self. You rely on your inner signal. You respect your pace. You honor your limits. Self-trust solidifies daily. The calm certainty. No rush. No noise. Just knowing. That's alignment stabilizing. The internal recalibration. Your system keeps adjusting. Sleep patterns change. Old cravings disappear. Your body aligns with your consciousness. When you stopped explaining your growth, you realized explanations dilute truth. Those meant to see you. Those who don't never would. Silence protects your evolution. The way intuition interrupts you now. A pause before wrong choices. A heaviness before misalignment. A calm before right turns. Guidance is constant now. Why you feel detached yet present. You participate without attachment. You observe without judgment. You care without losing yourself. That balance is mastery. The subtle confidence in your walk. Not arrogance. Not ego. Certainty. Your energy announces stability. When emotional chaos lost power, you stopped drowning in feelings. You learned to sit with them. You process without spiraling. Emotional intelligence awakened. The new relationship with silence. Silence no longer feels empty. It feels informative. Messages arrive there. You listen differently now. Why you're unbothered by opinions. People project what they haven't healed. You stopped internalizing it. Awareness replaced reaction. Freedom followed. The dissolving of old fears. Fear doesn't disappear. It shrinks. It loses authority. Courage expands quietly. When you chose alignment over approval, you walked away from applause. You chose resonance. That decision strengthened your spine. Integrity became non-negotiable. The new way you experience joy. Joy feels calm, not explosive, not dependent, just steady and real. Why you're selective with words. Speech carries energy. You feel its weight now. You speak intentionally. Your words land deeper. The inner witness awakening. You watch thoughts arise. You don't become them. Awareness creates distance. That distance creates peace. When you notice life responding faster, manifestations feel quicker. Lessons arrive clearly. Feedback is immediate. Alignment accelerates reality. The shift from wanting to being. You stopped chasing versions of yourself. You settled into who you are. Becoming turned into embodying. That changed everything. Why you don't fear being alone. Aloneness no longer equals lack. It equals clarity. You meet yourself fully there. That companionship is enough. The end of emotional overexertion. You don't pour endlessly. You conserve. You choose reciprocal energy. Balance protects longevity. When you recognized inner peace as success, not status, not noise, regulation, that became the metric. The soft power growing. You influence without effort. You lead without forcing. You shift rooms quietly. Presence becomes impact. The feeling of being held, even in uncertainty, even without proof. You feel supported. That trust deepens daily. The awareness of cycles. You sense beginnings early. You sense endings gently. Transitions feel natural. Resistance fades. The grounding into self. You return to center faster. You recover quicker. You stabilize easily. Rootedness forms. Chosen one, this is your moment. If you felt this message in your chest, it's because your soul already knows the truth. Don't scroll past your awakening. Anchor this timeline right now. Like this video to claim the path you chose. Subscribe to Chosen Wave to stay aligned with your calling, and comment this. What was the one decision you made alone that changed everything, even when no one understood you? Your voice matters. Your presence matters. And your awakening is far from over.